Today we're taking a look at the Toyota AE86 GT Apex. This is a two-door coupe that was in production from 1983 to 1987. Based off the 5th generation E80 Toyota Corolla, the AE86 is an iconic Japanese tuner that's been a part of Forza and real-life racing for over 30 years. The AE86, also known as Hachiroku, is the car that inspired the popular FRS, BRZ, and GT86 cars to come to fruition in 2012. The version of the car in-game, specifically the Toyota AE86 Sprinter Trueno GT Apex, is the first iteration Zenki car with a reliable 4A GE engine from Toyota. The 4A engine in the AE86 is a naturally aspirated dual overhead cam, 16-valve, 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine that produces 128 horsepower and 110 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is shared with other notable vehicles such as the Toyota Celica and MR2. This power is put down by a rear-wheel drive system that moves and slides around the very lightweight AE86 GT Apex, coming in at 2,072 pounds. The AE86 GT Apex, at least in real life, also had a limited slip differential. The transmission in-game is a proper 5-speed manual that pushes the car to its top speed of 125 miles per hour. With a solid live rear axle, anti-roll bars, coil springs, ventilated disc brakes, and McPherson strut-style independent suspension, the car is pretty fun to take around the corners and do some drifts. Have a look at the in-game values here. You can see that this does change depending on your home area. The car's value isn't as easy to figure out as the AE86 have been modified heavily worldwide. Where I live, the cars in decent stock condition sell roughly for $8,000. The AE86 is rated as a D4 car in-game at bone stock. This is because of the low-powered 4A engine and because of the stock handling characteristics. Although the AE86 is fun to drive at bone stock, you can quickly tell that the car is not fast enough for motorsport racing in this game. This is why my ideal setup for the car is to have the modified suspension, brakes, turbo, and intercooler. This boosts the AE86 to being a D1 car, and it is still eligible for the easier amateur events that the car was meant to be a part of. I should say that I did try to run the car with an improved differential, but I couldn't quite tune it to be faster than the stock unit. 33% improvement power-wise is pretty good for the car with relatively low lag force induction upgrades. Being lightweight helps the car out a lot in its stock form, but it really shines when you add those upgrades. It would have been nice to add some other upgrades, but I feel like the car is pretty sweet with that setup. In an arbitrary race, I set a stock lap time of 50.105 at a small track like the Maple Valley 2 and a 217.193 at a medium-sized Tokyo circuit. In the same situation, I set a lap time of 47.772 at Maple Valley 2 and 206.939 at the Tokyo circuit with my ideal setup. The car's lap times improved by 2.33 seconds at the Maple Valley 2 and 10.254 seconds at the Tokyo circuit in comparison to the arbitrary stock laps. Now it's time for the hot lap. So how does the car perform now? The car is definitely faster in a straight line, and I couldn't really notice the turbo lag, which is always welcome. The most noticeable thing is the lack of body roll and a little bit of added control in the corners. Stock brakes on the AE86 are shockingly good, even throwing off the suggested Racing Line's color-coded braking signals. Other than vastly improving the tires on the car, there aren't really too many other viable upgrade paths. I'm pretty happy with the way the car is now with the upgrades installed. My thoughts on the AE86 are good. I was surprised with the way the car drives, even at stock. I will admit that I didn't think too much of the AE86, knowing that it's pretty much just a rear-wheel drive Toyota Corolla, but its low weight and fair handling make this a good car. If memory serves me right, I've only seen one AE86 Trueno in real life, and it really felt like a blast from the past. I applaud Toyota for giving us the car when they really didn't have to, and for putting it in pretty much any race you can think of. It's pretty cool. This concludes my 4th car review on the channel. Although the car has been in most of the Forza games, I've never driven the AE86, but I will say that I appreciate the car now for what it is. At this point in the review, I will mention that the car was at the forefront of the long Initial D anime and manga series. This popular Japanese show helped the car earn its key place in the world of racing. With that out of the way, I hope you guys liked the review for the car, and I hope to keep delivering good reviews for you guys, so please let me know your thoughts on the video and how they can be improved going forward. Join me next time when I'll be taking a look at the Acura Integra Type R. Thank you for watching the review. Have a wonderful night.